This Skype chat took place with Tmartn on July 1st. It's about a couple of hours long and I will show and read some of the highlights. I have decided to release the logs so that you can experience what I went through and how I was up against a YouTube heavyweight with millions in his pocket and the power to do anything to me or my channel. If you are a journalist, feel free to reach me via email or Twitter and I will be happy to share the screenshots with you. Keep in mind, this chat is from the time when I only had about 2,000 subscribers and I did not know anyone. Almost halfway through the chat. Hey, and I'm asking you to share your side of the story to your viewers. Now after watching Scare's video, everyone is thinking you were trying to cover up your tracks. Tmartn, you would rather base your videos on assumptions without any knowledge of law or CSGO than actually getting the story and seeing it from both sides. Tmartn, you're not nobody. Why are you clearing it with me? You should do it with your fans. Tmartn, you have created a shitstorm based off false accusations and untrue claims. I truly don't want to escalate things any further. At this point in time, I'm not going to hold anything against you. I want to keep things friendly and I wouldn't want to hurt anybody unless it's a last resort. That being said, you are indirectly attacking me by spreading misinformation. It is slanderous. You can choose not to believe it if you want, but that doesn't hold up in a court of law. If things continue as they have this past week, I will be forced to take action. This is directly affecting my livelihood and way of life. Tmartn continues on with his threats. I want to clear it with you and keep things on friendly terms between us. I want the best for both of us. There is no need to clear anything further with my fans. They know literally everything from my vlog. There is nothing left to say. I messed up by not being completely transparent. I wasn't legally required to, but I should have been for the sake of just being honest. I have admitted that publicly and regret not being honest. I appreciate you bringing it to the light. I'm sure a smart influencer like you don't want to drag this anywhere, especially in the court. Also, I sense a strong threat in your messages now. Tmartn, there is no threat. Then I copy pasted his message where he says that it doesn't hold up in the court of law. If things continue as they have this past week, he will be forced to take action. Tmartn, I'm a businessman and will do what I need to protect my business and reputation, especially when it's unjustified and untrue. It's funny how the site he's trying to defend here would later be deemed illegal by Valve itself and would go on to face a class action lawsuit. I only brought to light what was public information, so I'm not sure why you keep going back to the same thing. Tmartn, I definitely don't want to do anything. As I said before, I'm a positive person and like to spread positivity. I wouldn't ever want to bring negativity unless it was a last resort. As I said earlier, I can't promise or say anything at this moment. Tmartn, you did not only spread public information, you also spread lies and falsehoods in an untruthful manner. I'm going to do what the viewers or the community wants me to do. Tmartn, it's slander and it can be prosecuted. That is not my intention at this point in time. That is what you think. I beg to differ. Tmartn, it's not what I think. It's the advice from my legal counsel. You can think and feel whatever you want, but that is not how the judicial system works. So at this point, it was between Tmartn's legal counsel and my gut feelings. Now, when you're receiving threats from Tmartn on live Skype chat, any email, whether spoofed or not, will also look like a threat. That is how I felt after reading the email. This email, as you can see from my inbox, came from his business account. Some of you are suggesting it could be a spoof email, and I agree, it could be. By the way, here is the header of the email. If Tmartn is not behind this email and it's indeed a spoofed, I apologize to my viewers. Let me take you back to the beginning of the Skype chat where Tmartn offered to collaborate with me to shut me down, and I gave Trevor nothing but friendly advice. Tmartn did make me agree to not share this chat, but the fact he gave me multiple threats, I decided to release it to my viewers. Nothing, man, just weathering the storm. Tmartn, I'm a little confused as to why there's a storm, to be honest. I didn't know it would lead to this, and especially us in a private chat on Skype. Tmartn, I realize it's boosting numbers, hits on your channel, but you do realize the expense to that, right? Then I said, hey, it's definitely not doing the first two, and that wasn't my intention in the first place. Then he talks about making a mistake of not being totally transparent and telling his viewers that he owns CSGO Lotto, and he appreciated me for bringing it to light. He also said, I also appreciate you bringing up the idea that I should not be playing on my own site, although I never used it to my advantage. Only devs have access to the backend that selects roles winners. It's still a possibility that I could, and that's not right. I did what I felt was the right thing to do. Tmartn, I don't understand why you are continuing to apply pressure to it, like getting messages from our common friend here about you encouraging your viewers to report me to the Florida Attorney General's office. Trevor, you don't have to admit it to me. I value the relationship here on Skype and you can ask him. I'm not the one thinking of Florida Attorney General and their complaints office. As you know, majority of my viewers on YouTube are from the States and it's their idea. I only found out about this after reading the comments. Moreover, I'm in Canada and can't really do much from here. Then he copy pastes the message from our common friend to this chat window. To that I said, on behalf of the viewers, as the pressure is immense, trust me, it won't be from me if there will be one. Then he talks about how his business is technically legal. I replied, I understand where you're coming from. First of all, I don't play CSGO the game or CSGO the lotto. I think you owe it to your viewers, fans, and you should clear the air with them. Also, given the fact that csgowild.com shut down its US operations few days ago, if I were you, I would be careful. Tmartn, Wild is set up differently than us and would be considered gambling, which is why they moved their company to Antigua. It's funny how this we steal little kids lunch money gang knows each other's operations. It's been proven over and over by Phantom Lord and Care talking to Joris about FaZe Clan's Kids Casino, and now Tmartn talking about the same thing. Still, Banks, who admitted in multiple chats about owning csgowild.com, and Mr. I vape through my ass acid rain, keeps on denying the facts. Tmartn tries to offer me a bribe. Would you like to do a video together on your channel? I would love to hop on and do a dual comm if you would like. You can look at my channel. I don't do dual comms. After my 2 recent videos, a dual comm would be the worst idea. Tmartn, I would love to clear the air. We can show that we get in touch and we're able to talk it out. Hey, also a heads up, I'm not sure if you're aware of the Valve lawsuit. As a former fan of your work and channels, I would highly recommend switching lawyers. Tmartn, why would I switch lawyers? That is for you to decide. This was just a suggestion. Then he talks about how his lawyer knows every law in the universe and how the site is legal. To that, I gave him nothing but friendly advice. Tmartn, so we are good. Is there anything else you would like to clear up? We were always good. I don't have any personal vendetta or grudges against you. Tmartn, your videos have obviously been very damaging to my reputation. Some of it was warranted, but a lot of it wasn't. I would like to clear things up so there aren't more false accusations and such. I would like things to be good between us. And like I said, I don't want you to clear up anything with me because I wasn't a visitor to your site or someone who lost money. I strongly feel you owe a clarification to your viewers, not to me. Then I also pointed out about the conflict of interest on his site. Tmartn, that's not a conflict of interest. Tmartn Enterprises, my YouTube business, does not own CSGO Lotto. It is involved with CSGO Lotto strictly on a marketing basis. Then I pointed out how CSGO community influencers are asking me for more info. Tmartn said, I would love for you to forward them to me. I would like to clear the air. I'm an open book of answers. I said, hey, they are well known. I'm sure they know how to contact you. Tmartn, if you have never played the game, dealt with skins, and haven't worked with a lawyer on the matter, you don't have a lot of experience to make accusations. No offense intended at all, just being honest. Then I said, hey, none taken, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell if something is gambling or not. Then again, he tried explaining me what gambling is or isn't, and I suggested he should read the original lawsuit against Valve. I also said, sure, so what would damage your reputation more, a lawsuit that labels this whole thing gambling or my videos? More arguments continued on about how his lawyer is the best. He kept on explaining how his business is legal, and I kept on telling him he doesn't need to explain me anything. He should do it to his viewers. Like I said few times, you should clear it with your viewers and also say that you shouldn't have said the things that you said about me. Also, at this point, it is officially out of my hands and I'm nothing but providing what the viewers want to see. I can't control CSGO influencers looking into this, neither can I control AmericanBettingSite.com looking into this. Only you can do something and I highly recommend you should. Tmartn, what is there to clear? There's nothing left to clear. I also never said anything about you. Then I reminded him to watch his vlog again. Tmartn, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about 8 Thoughts. He lives to tear down other people. I don't consider you to be that type of person. Then I reminded him, but 8 Thoughts did not even make a video in the last few weeks. Remember, he has been banned from YouTube. After praising 8 Thoughts a little more threats continued. Tmartn, if I wanted to, I could definitely prosecute both you and 8 Thoughts for slander. I have spoken with the lawyer about it. He's seen all of the videos. We have them saved. That is not my intention by any means. I'm not that type of person whatsoever, and do not want to make this into a bigger deal than it has to be. You think I'm making it into a bigger deal? I thought this was nothing but a false lead when I started looking into this. Tmartn, this is insignificant and stirring up way more hate and negativity than it needs to be. I am a positive person and like to shed that positivity on others. Tmartn, I'm just asking you to reach out to me before making more videos like that, dude. That's all. I've been dealing in this business for almost a year now. I have a lot of experience and can explain anything you want. Then I said, hey, as of yesterday, there are so many CSGO Wild visitors contacting me with data, proof, evidence, whatever you want to call it, against that site and its influencers. It is officially out of my hand. Tmartn, you made a lot of statements without proof or knowledge on the subject, and it hurts 2 multi-million-dollar companies. I don't want to escalate anything further. I did not make any statements without proof. You have already seen these screenshots before where he talks about FaZe guys owning CSGO Wild Dog and operating it out of Antigua. I was also giving him live updates in the chat. Okay, this just in. You should be in my comment section to see what is going on. Now I'm hearing who really Ben D is, and I already knew about JoshOG. Tmartn, Ben is a developer. This really isn't anybody's business or an issue. By the way, there is a video where the alleged VP, that is Mr. ProSyndicate, Crocodile Tears, and secretary of the business are betting against each other. Then we talked about how Ben D had a dozen addresses on the registration and how he should come out clean to his viewers, to which he obviously denied over and over. Then I also tried explaining him, Trevor, let me tell you something. I once made a video saying COD YouTubers don't do much to support veterans, only to find out and realize that you did the race initiative. I was quick to make a follow-up, bring your efforts to the light and clear things out. I did all that because I felt that was the right thing to do. Right now, I don't feel that way. You are right. You understand the judicial system better. More arguments continued on, and all Tmartn tried was to win me over, and I kept on saying, I'm not looking for an explanation. Go do it for viewers. When he wouldn't get a reply he was looking for, he would threaten me again. Tmartn, I'm also asking you to cease with the slanderous accusations regarding it being gambling, me promoting underage gambling, me scamming people, me rigging the system so I can win, and me faking reactions. I want to keep things friendly. If you choose not to do so, I will take legal action. Then I said, hey, you know what? You can do as you please. I'm not stopping you. Then he tried explaining me how csgo.lotto.com and Tmartn Enterprises LLC are different companies, and one is owned by Tmartn and the other one is not. I got fed up at this point. I said, hey, did you know that I started my channel and my site just to report COD news, and then it all led me to this? I didn't want this, man, but now my viewers want this and I'm just delivering. I think we are done here. And this is where our Skype chat ended. Now Tmartn and ProSyndicate has a class action lawsuit against them, and Valve has labeled their site as illegal gambling operation. To all my viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me through tough times and believing in me. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys. I hope I never have to make another episode of Underage Gambling Empire. Stay strong. Until next time, remember, always honor the call.